A giant assassination of the trade drain the sweep order. There's a giant loophole in Trump's drain the swamp order. This post appears in Draining the Swamp, part of our ongoing series Broken Promises, a project to track the campaign promises of Donald Trump and if they hold true. Sean Spicer and Donald Trump himself frequently point to his rule that no one can go from an office in his transition or administration into a lobbying job. That revolving door is closed, right? Whoops. It turns out 9 members of Trump's transition team so far have registered as lobbyists on Capitol Hill. How did that happen? They didn't sign the agreement not to. Really? So much for Donald Trump's incredible powers and the undeniable loyalty of everyone who ever worked for him. Politico. But 3 months after Trump moved into the White House, at least 9 people who worked on his transition have registered as lobbyists, highlighting holes in the president's pledge to keep people from cashing in on government service. Many are registered to lobby the same agencies or on the same issues they worked on during the transition, a Politico review of lobbying disclosures found. A former Sherpa who helps to guide Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos through the Senate confirmation process is now registered to lobby her department. The former head of the transition's tax policy team has returned to his old company to lobby Congress on tax reform. One ex-member of the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative team is now registered as part of a team lobbying on behalf of a major steelmaker. And then there's this. The 6-month ban appears to have been haphazardly implemented. 3 former transition staffers told Politico they never signed a pledge. One former transition official, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said there was no process in place to ensure staffers signed the document. Others determined they could go back to lobbying without violating the pledge. You would think he wasn't serious about ethics. Just mere days ago C&L was awash in articles and comments gleefully celebrating Trump's 100 days of failure. The mood around here is a hell of a lot more restrained now though, isn't it? Now ACA repeal is passed in the House and on its way to the Senate, where it will run into a buzzsaw. That will then unleash the full court press to nuke the Senate rules because the very rough system that Trump doesn't like, it's called democracy, in case you forgot, will be blamed for the inability to make progress. This is an incremental coup, planned and orchestrated not by Trump personally, too much work, but by actually smart, but sinister and odious, people. The end game is the dismantling of checks and balances so the wet dream of a plutocratic authoritarian state can be realized. The task for people of goodwill is to resist, daily, all summer long. None of these bastards should be able to even go out for a burger without running into a protest crowd. We'll need millions of us, working in rotation.